17th. This is Jaguars Happy Hour. Jaguars Happy Hour is brought to you by Jet Home Loans. And now, congratulations are in order for yesterday becoming the Jacksonville Jaguars all-time snack leader, J.P. Shepard.
Hard to beat Baselli on that one, though. Welcome in. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. In the first hour, presented by Jet Home Loans. Busy show ahead. Here's what's coming up, presented by Deep Eddy Vodka, handcrafted with real fruit. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags, a blowout win over the Chargers, 35-6. They had a smothering defensive performance and bothered Justin Herbert all day long. The O-line showed that physicality again. The Jags just ran just under 200 yards on the ground. We'll keep it real about the Jaguars' playoff chances. Playoffs. Yes, there's a chance. And a really good one. Fan questions, of course, plenty of those today. We'll go around the NFL also. So 2 hours of program ahead. We welcome in CBS Sports senior writer Pete Prisco down in South Florida. Former Jags defensive end Austin Lane in studio with me here at the Miller Electric Center. Whew, boy. Jags are 6-4 now. What a win that was.
Yeah, I'm going to need Antonio Johnson to purchase me some throat lozenges because after the interception at the game when I was in the crowd, absolutely lost my voice. So I'm going to try to struggle through this show today, but please bear with me, everybody.
Amateur broadcaster here trying to turn into a pro here, Pete, but can't do that by screaming at a football game.
No, you can't. But look, he probably had every reason to. It was impressive. And I said this before the game. I thought it was going to be a telling week for Liam Cohn. Well, consider him telling us a bunch because that was impressive. And I give the coach a ton of credit for that. That team could have wilted. I mean, they could have just folded after what happened last week in Houston. And they didn't. And I still can't believe I guaranteed that. I locked that last week. I can't. Oh, did I? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I did not. But, I mean, I was really impressed with the way they came out. And I watched the tape today, and they got after it. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were physical on both sides of the ball. It was the most physical they've been all year. And that's really a tribute to him as a guy who got his team ready to play. So kudos to him, and we'll get into all that today, but I was really impressed with the way they came out and played.
So obviously, you heard, that they were getting on these guys this week in terms of practice and everything, holding guys accountable, as coaches do when you have that embarrassing performance against Houston. But do you think the way that it went down in Houston, where if it was back and forth for the whole game and maybe they just lose at the end, on a field goal or something like that, compared to being up that much and then letting it slip through your hands, up by 19 and everything. Like, do you think the way they lost against Houston maybe almost helped this team find something themselves? Because I said this in the pregame show, it's almost now like, because obviously the noise was very loud after that Houston game, where it's almost like it's us versus them now, right? It's us versus everybody else, because I'll be honest, I didn't pick them to win the Chargers game. I think a lot of people didn't, just because of what it looked like in Houston. And that might have been the jumping off point where it's like, hey, we're all we got right now. Let's go show what we can do.
Sometimes that works in your favor, where it does kind of galvanize the team. And if you're a smart coach, you can use that to your advantage, and it does. So that's a great point. I mean, but you could easily go the other way too. You know what I mean? That's where the coach comes into play. You could see after a loss like that where here we are again, same old Jaguars, roll over, blew a game. Now we got this good team coming to town. We're in trouble. And there was none of that. And if you looked on paper right now, where are the Chargers better than them, other than maybe the quarterback position? And he didn't play like it on Sunday. So where are they better?
I don't know. They weren't on Sunday. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing like – and once again, the Chargers coming to the East Coast, you can say they don't do well and everything, but at the end of the day, they lost in all three phases. And credit to the Jaguars here, right? Because special teams, defense, offense, to me, this was the first game this year where it was complete. Maybe you can make an argument for the Carolina Panthers game week 1 as well. But to me, this was complimentary football. This was offense, defense, special teams working together. Obviously the punt game didn't get utilized that much, which is a great thing for the Jaguars. But this was complimentary football at its finest. And obviously the Chargers are suffering the brunt of that.
No doubt about that.
I mean, that was a physical beatdown is what it was. And I'll be honest with you, watching the tape, there were guys that were knocking people back, and we hadn't seen that a whole heck of a lot. I mean, you just really hadn't. And you put the tape on and watch the tight end Morris block. I mean, he was mauling dudes, just mauling them. And he, even when he pulled and he had to cut a couple guys, he cut them down and they had runs inside of them. I mean, it was truly their best offensive performance as a line. Interestingly enough, without the guy who's been the best offensive lineman in Harrison at right tackle. So somebody put a foot in their behind last week. No question about it.
Harrison was out. They had 5 offensive linemen on the injury report throughout the week, and obviously they're missing a couple of tight ends still, Austin.
Yeah. Well, and listen, I think this is a testament to, number one, the intensity that Liam Cohen brings, but it's also the IQ and game planning that Liam Cohen brings. And it was a matrimony where he combined both of them. Because if you go back and look at where they're successful, it was a whole lot of split zone against the Chargers. And I think Liam Cohen went and said, okay, let's see who they got, who we can attack. They attack Khalil Mack a lot. And Khalil Mack is a name, might be a Hall of Famer one day, obviously, in terms of quarterback sacks. He's up there. But I feel like when you become a veteran in this league, sometimes you get away with kind of doing things maybe your own way a little bit, maybe cheating outside, cheating inside, trying to get to the quarterback. They exposed Khalil Mack a little bit yesterday. And whether it was Morris, whether it was Munt, they did a great job of that split zone. Because if you go back a couple weeks ago to the Raiders, it was outside zone. Like, if I'm game planning in the Jacksonville Jaguars, Liam Cohen, I turn on that Raiders film. Okay, outside zone. Basically, where the motion goes, the runner's going to go. That Chargers game was the opposite. Where the motion went, they cut, it was opposite. So I thought it was a great job in terms of play calling by Liam Cohen. And obviously, in terms of running the football, that gives your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, a lot of confidence as well.
I thought it was the best play calling Liam Cohen's had by far. And there's a 2-play sequence where he called leak to the tight end, and everybody knows the play. You leak the tight end out. He's wide open. And Trevor Lawrence has to set his feet on that. He had pressure. There was pressure, early pressure, but he's got to set his feet and hit that throw. It's a walk-in. There was nobody near him, and he didn't set his feet and didn't hit him. Well, what's he do on the very next play? What's he come back to? Do you remember? He ran fake. It's an old 49ers play from that offense where you fake screen to the left, you fake screen to the right, and or I think it was right to the left, and then you throw to the middle of the field to the tight end. That, to me, right there, I came away from that 2-play sequence saying, this is his creativity on display right there. It was his best game calling plays, and it wasn't even close, by the way.
I remember the Bears did that against the Jags in London last year, the Komet touchdown. Right? And Tommy Bohannon had a touchdown in the playoffs on one of the same exact plays from Blake Bortles. That was a while ago. Pulled it out. Jaguars got it done on the offensive side. They ran the ball 47 times in the game, dominated the line of scrimmage. Defensively, and we'll get deeper into this certainly here on Jaguars Happy Hour, they only blitzed 9% of the time. Yeah. They got home with 4. They stopped the run. They're really good at stopping the run. You can start with that. Running back left the game. But then it was, it was a party in the backfield.
It was a party in the backfield, and it was the defensive line working together. You want to talk about Josh Hines Allen setting that record, and here it is right here. And on that play, it was just a meat and potatoes. He bull rushed him, got upfield, and then makes the quarterback sack. If you go back 2 weeks ago, against the Houston Texans, what does he do? He tries to make too much happen, tries to do a speed move, gets kind of thrown out of his hole a little bit, and Davis Mills takes off for a touchdown. So, once again, this is the coaches, I assume going to Josh Hines Allen, going to Trayvon Walker, going, you know what? We don't need you to play outside yourselves. Do what you guys do good, take what this offensive line gives you, and go from there. And once again, it's not necessarily like a great pass rush move per se, but they had a great job on the other side running a game. And then Josh Hines Allen just takes what the offensive line gives him. And lo and behold, now you're the quarterback sack record holder. Congratulations to him, but it was meat and potatoes. There's nothing special.
Let's put this out there. That's a really bad offensive line, by the way, down two of the best tackles in the league. And Trevor Penning just was signed a couple weeks ago, and he took over for a guy who was even worse. So, but again, no blitz. You didn't have to blitz. You pressured them, and they covered on the back end. And there were times where they were matched up in man-to-man situations, and they covered on the back end. And you're down. How many corners were they down at one point because Newsome went out of the game
early?
And so you were playing Jones, Brown, and Braswell.
Braswell was out there. Yep.
Yeah.
That's your three corners. I mean, and they did a pretty good job of coverage. I got to give them that. I got to give it to them. And Braswell impressed in some situations too. I thought they all played pretty well. It's almost like Jones's confidence the last 3 weeks has gone back to where you thought it would be, because he's playing much better than he did early in the season.
And I understand, man. Like, you look at this Chargers offensive line, and it's makeshift, and they got beat by the Steelers a lot 2 weeks ago as well. But at the end of the day, look at the Houston Texans right now. Like, they're a makeshift offensive line, and the Jaguars couldn't get home, 2 Sundays ago. So, like, I'm trying to look at progress here. I understand they should have got home a lot more against a backup quarterback in Davis Mills and everything, but they got home against Justin Herbert, right? So that's what I look at. I look at progress from where you started to where you are now, and it was a night and day difference.
Yeah, and one of the biggest surprises to me, because remember, this was a defense that was coming off an impressive showing against the Steelers in that game, remember? Mm-hmm. They limited them a great deal, and everybody said, oh, wow, the Chargers defense gets going like this, they're going to be, look at Minter, he's a head coach candidate. That was the biggest surprise to me. They looked lifeless on defense. Lifeless. Like they didn't a lot of times they were blown off the ball, but, they didn't shed blocks. They didn't tackle very well. It was just a bad defensive performance, and I give, again, Jacksonville deserves credit because they physically got after them. And the play calling was outstanding. And I thought the runners both ran hard.
And the Jags offense had those long, sustained drives to do that, too. And the one that really kind of set the tone for everything to come was the opening drive of the second half, when they go 7 minutes, 10 seconds in 11 plays, and Lawrence has the 1-yard touchdown run at the end, makes it 21-6. They held the ball for 13 minutes of the third quarter. 13 and change. That means the Chargers defense is on the field that long. And I don't care what defense you are. That's a long time out there.
Especially if you're on, like a new time zone and everything. Like they just look like they didn't really come ready to play. And the Jaguars took, supreme advantage of it. And especially since like a Jim Harbaugh coach team who takes pride in stopping the run, try to run the football. Like, the Jaguars almost, they out Jim Harbaugh. And it was really cool to see.
And they got here Friday, too, what I was told.
Okay.
So they're here an extra day.
Well, maybe next time they'll come in on Saturday then, because the way they played, it didn't work.
Right.
It was like, and by the way, the opening drive for Jacksonville, I hated the call fourth down. I hated that. It's okay to punt in this league. It's okay. In case anybody's wondering, it's okay to punt.
There was a lot of those.
What was it, JP? It was 4th and what?
Oh, gosh. Let me pull it up.
He also had Parker Washington open, it appeared like, too, when I went back to watch the film myself. Like,
yeah, he did.
There was other options available. Yeah.
4th and 3 at the 41 going in.
You know what, though? That Parker Washington play, he was kind of, but the guy kind of jumped if you look at it again. I know what you saw initially.
I think if you throw it outside, Pete, he would have had it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any pressure. That's the part of the he could stand there and wait to he actually, if he makes a good throw to I think it was Myers he threw to, wasn't it?
Yes.
On the deep over, wasn't that Myers?
Yeah.
If he makes a good throw, it's a completed pass for a big gain. He just made a bad throw, and it really didn't need to because there wasn't a ton of pressure there. But opening drive, here's why I have a problem with it. You're at home, and you're giving them the ball right there. It's almost like two first downs, and they're kicking a field goal, bare minimum, right?
Which is pretty much what happened. They hit a 41-yarder.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. That's one, and I applaud him for everything he did last week, and I think he's done a great job with his team. But sometimes you gotta. It's okay. Like I tell every coach in this league, it's okay to punt. It's okay to kick a field goal once in a while. You don't have to be that aggressive.
There were a lot of those yesterday.
In this climate, Pete, have you watched football lately? Field goals, what are those?
Boy.
Yeah, but I get it, but I don't. Okay, if like the Lions last night had kicked field goals, they would have won the game.
Of course. But and once again, that comes down to identity, and we can get into that later. But that's who Dan Campbell will always be.
The freaking Commanders-Dolphins game in Madrid, it's a minute and a half to go.
Yeah,
kick the field goal. What are you doing?
Right?
Yeah.
And then the moron called 2 timeouts to give the Commanders a chance to kick a field goal, even though he didn't have the ball. What were they doing?
I don't know.
That was coaching malpractice is what that was. It was terrible. But Liam Cohen, look, I know he wanted to be aggressive. I think in that situation you got to punt the football.
Well, he didn't punt yesterday. First time in Logan Cook's career he has been punt-free in a football game. We'll dig into that a little bit later as well. More on this offensive line and their performance in the game coming up. We'll dig into the defense a little bit more. In the second hour, we've got fan questions. We're going to keep it real about the Jaguars' playoff chances. They're the 7 seed. That's right, Pete. Yes, they are.
And they got a soft schedule, so you should be able to take advantage of that.
I like that. We'll dig into that coming up a little bit later. We are off and running. The Jaguars, a big winner over the LA Chargers yesterday, 35-6. And if you want customized Jags furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com and browse all customizable options. ZipChair, furniture for fans. On 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube, this is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Hey, Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
Jacksonville builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium, because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
I thought it actually really helped us. We did it for not the whole plan and everything. It was some specific stuff that we wanted to maybe play a little bit faster and just have a little bit more tempo in and out of the huddle and just more clarity on some of the things. And I know it definitely helped us for sure, I think today.
That's head coach Liam Cohen on Trevor Lawrence wearing the wristband with the plays on it yesterday for the first time this season. And welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans. 1010XL, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube, JP Shadrick, Austin Lane here in Jacksonville, and Pete Prisco down in South Florida. And the Trevor Lawrence performance, we talked a little bit about some of the early throws, but then, you know what? Some of those third downs, he made some big-time throws. The one over the middle, in traffic, kind of between the hash marks. I mean, that was a heck of a throw.
The Tim Patrick throw.
Yeah, that was a
nice throw.
That was a nice one.
And Myers, a couple nice ones to Myers. A lot of more anticipatory stuff for him. And early in the game, there's the Patrick throw over the middle, but early in the game, or that's the Myers throw over the middle. But then the one early in the game where he threw the out ball to Washington on the sideline, he threw that way before he broke, which to me, they drilled that into him this week. Get the ball out. Would they come out and throw the ball in the first 5 plays of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scrambled right, pass incomplete, pass short middle, pass short right. Yeah, so there you go.
And they clearly sent a message. And remember, all week he said, turn it loose, like I've been saying. Turn it loose, turn it loose, turn it loose.
I wonder if he listened to you, Pete. I wonder if he took that from you.
Well, Coach Liam Cohen took that from Coach Prisco. Yes, he did. Of course they did. I mean, think about it. Think about how much influence I have on the president, the VP of football operations, right? I mean, come on. You really want to know?
Pete's pulling on
that organization.
Right.
Yeah.
Love that.
No, but I think that was a message sent. He sent it to him privately. He sent it to him publicly. And then he sent it to him with the first play calls of the game. And to me, he had to do that. You had to get into that kid's head. Oh, what have we been saying all year long? What's wrong with Trevor Lawrence? Why won't he turn it loose? Mm-hmm. And he started turning it loose. And you could see the confidence start to grow. He still passed on a couple throws that he could have made, I thought. But for the most part, he left a couple clean pockets when he phantom pressure, which he's done more of this year. But for the most part, I thought as the game kept going, he started to look like we expected him to look. Ball out, anticipate, hit shots in the middle of the field, not be afraid that there's a linebacker standing in there or a safety coming down. Throw the football and trust your guys. And I think that's what, he hasn't been able to trust those guys. It looks like he trusts Myers a great deal. Yeah. And it looks like Tim Patrick looks like a pro when he runs his routes. You watch him run his routes. He's not overly fast or whatever, but he runs his routes.
And he can block too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Liam Cohen comes out, early in the week and says, let it rip, let it rip, let it rip. And I'm not going to lie, I thought that might have been a little gamesmanship to be like, okay, so you're going to say let it rip, but then you're also going to run the football 50 times, against the Chargers. Because the Chargers, if you're going to beat them, you beat them in the run game. Because I think right now in the NFL, at least going into Sunday, in terms of pass defense, I think they were ranked second, right behind Houston. So I was skeptical of if you're really going to turn it loose, truly, with Trevor Lawrence. And then if you look at the box score, they obviously ran it a lot more than they passed it. But also, I think let it rip. It's not only hey, just go out there and throw the football around. Don't get in your head so much. Because I think one of the plays that defines, let it rip, and he didn't let it rip, was the interception on that second drive. Denzel Perryman is given a look, linebacker for the Chargers, is given a look like he's going to blitz. Now, usually, if someone's going to give a look they're going to blitz, they don't actually blitz, right? It's all smoke and mirrors. Perryman shows that he's going to blitz, or quote-unquote looks like he's going to blitz. Trevor sees this, checks out of the run, and goes to the pass here. If Trevor would have just ran the ball like it was supposed to be, you probably would have got a 5 to 6 yard gain here, because Perryman wasn't going to blitz. It was all smoke and mirrors. But Trevor, I think, was in his head a little bit, thinks it's going to be a blitz, and goes with the hot route. Well, unfortunately, they ain't there, and it's an interception. So that's an example right there of Trevor Lawrence, I think, being in his own head still a little bit.
Plus, the ball placement was terrible on the throw. He's got to put that to the sideline. That's a terrible thing. And if he really wants to make that, you're right. He's anticipating blitz. If he just goes back without the blitz, because it really doesn't look like there's a ton of pressure on him, you see Myers kind of clearing on the in breaker, and that's probably what he could have done. But he predetermined where he was going with the ball because he was basing that on the blitz coming at him.
And it didn't happen.
Ball out. and it wasn't there.
And plus, like if you watch the play, like you see, I think it may have been, I think it was Perryman puts up a signal. I think that was all smoke and mirrors as well. Like they didn't change the coverage when Trevor audibled out of that run. Like they were in the same.
They just stood there.
They just stood there. Like, okay, let's see what he got, and then that's what it was. So that's just once again, it was a pretty clean game from Trevor. Good showing. That one play right there sticks out obviously for a lot of reasons, but that's an example right there. I think of Liam Cohen's trying to get to him and be like, hey man, don't overthink this stuff. Like you got the wristband on, do what we tell you, and then it all work out.
The old Tom Maddie wristband.
He predetermining where to go with the football at times, it has been a problem for him. And I think that's something they want to get out of him as well. But the ball placement, if he puts the ball where it's supposed to be, it might be a catch. Bare minimum, it's an incomplete pass, or it's on the sideline. So I think that had something to do with it as well.
Yeah, how does that Tom Maddie wristband probably calm things around the goal line in those situations? I mean, Liam talked about that too. Got to get it in faster. And they only had one penalty for the day. I mean, none of this pre-snap stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy because it's not just them. It's everybody in this league nowadays. You get the play in. It's a lot of verbiage. The play comes in. By the time you get to the line of scrimmage, you're at 13 seconds. If you motion something around, you move something around, you can't really change if you're stuck with your play. Mm-hmm. Basically, you get to the point where you're stuck with your play. And so this speeds it up, and you can get out of stuff if you don't like it, or you can motion guys from one side to the other. And I think it's smart on his part to do this. It's not, an insult to have something on your wrist that makes it go faster. People will say, well, that quarterback makes him go faster. Well, why not then? If it makes you go faster and it makes the whole mechanism and the whole mechanics of it all work better, why not?
And JP, to answer your question about the goal line, I'm sure on his wristband when it says you're at the 2 or in, Wildcat, go split out and now give the ball to Travis Etienne, because we saw that again too as well.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
With that lead block from Morris.
Yeah.
That was nice to see he pancaked Dupree on that play, right?
I saw that out on Twitter today.
I thought Dye, one of the linebackers, should have made that play. I mean, I get it works, right? Got in the end zone, got a touchdown. Dye should have made that play on that Wildcat. I'm sure Harbaugh was giving him an earful because that was a bad play by Dye.
By the way, Hainsey had another block on on the run by. Here it is. Boom! Look at Morris. He gets up underneath his pads and drives him into the ground. I mean, that was, and I sent the 22 look at that out today. It was that kid blocked, man. He was. Look, is he Bretton Strange? No, but it's sure nice to have another body around. Look at him. He does a lot of this when he's in motion, where he lowers himself and just explodes into a guy. He cut it, and when he couldn't explode into a guy, he cut him. I thought he did a nice job.
43 comes out scot-free. I'm not sure what he was doing there.
What's that?
I said 43 Dye came. I mean, he had him in the backfield. He just chose to, go for an ankle tackle instead of enforce his will, and it is what it is. But
the Hainsey block on the other ETN touchdown was, I mean, my God. Look,
Oh, yeah.
He just takes him for a ride. Look at that.
Get out the club. Yep.
I mean, Henley's no Crocs in the club. He's not a big linebacker, but, man, he took him for a ride.
No tall tees in the club. Beautiful.
I love that. So a lot positive, certainly, for the Jaguars offense, and we'll see what happens in the coming week or weeks with players maybe coming off that injury list as well. The tight end, see if the right tackle can get back in the lineup as well. So a lot positive there. We'll come back in a moment. Plenty positive on defense. We'll dig deeper into what happened in the secondary yesterday. And, yeah, they played really well all around, all levels, in fact. We'll get to some more of the highlights defensively. We're on 1010XL, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. And this is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elase, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Jaguars fans, it's that time of year. Some of the most anticipated gear of the season is here. Salute to Service is back. Jerseys, hoods, t-shirts, headwear, and more, all inspired by those who serve. This top-selling collection sells out fast, so put your game face on. Visit our store and grab your camo Jags gear before it's gone. Also available online at shop.jaguars.com. The Jags Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. Duval!
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That was the biggest thing about our defense today was they played with their own creativity. Like, just go play, guys. Just go play. It's not about this or that. Can't be a perfect play all the time, guys. It's about you just going out and causing chaos and doing your job to the best of your ability. And I think that set the tone, obviously, for the defense, but for really our whole team. I mean, we've been, when we play well on defense, typically we win. And that's the reality. And I know that those guys, they were specifically pissed off about the way last week ended and, really wanted to set the tone for our team today, and I thought they did that.
Head Coach Liam Cohen after the game discussing his defense, and welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans from the Hyundai Studios. Time to check in with Microsoft Copilot this week, and we asked the question, how did the Jaguars defense do against the Chargers? Yeah, they did pretty well. The answer is the Jags defense completely dominated the Chargers, holding them to just 135 yards and no touchdowns in a 35-6 blowout win. Check out Microsoft Copilot. Super convenient. And, apparently was watching yesterday, too, because that's what happened. It was a dominant performance defensively. 6 points allowed, 2 field goals. 100 yards at halftime for the Chargers, 35 in the second half, and not much on the ground and not much of anything for Justin Herbert. And they were on the field so little that the leading tacklers both had 5 tackles in the game. I mean, that's how usually that's up closer to 10.
No, without a doubt. And JP, next time you ask the co-pilot something, can you ask them why no one's kicking field goals anymore on fourth down?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
You might actually break it. Who knows?
I might do it right now. Let's just check that out.
What would they say? That's what I want to know.
Well, ask it, and I'll get you the result here in a minute.
He's going to break the whole system.
Yeah, anyway, but the defense, I mean, and it was deep contributors. We talked about it briefly earlier, but the secondary guys, there's 4 guys that they were counting on to revamp the secondary are not available for yesterday's game, 2 of those done for the season. And then you had pass rushers who are undrafted players coming in, and Strigo and DJ Green had a play. Obviously, it was, the penalty.
That was a terrible call, by the way.
What else is he supposed to do? What else is he supposed to do?
It's horrendous. There's not a thing he can do.
He landed on the side of it.
And he didn't do anything wrong. That's the most. He took away a kid's sack. That would have been his first career sack, right?
And it would have been the best one ever. Yeah, and Herbert doesn't help it either because Herbert's getting like his, plow pose, whatever you want to call from, doing some yoga and stuff. Like, there's nothing you can do there because it's literally a 1 second reaction. You're programmed to make the tackle. He makes the tackle, and Herbert, I feel like, kind of sells it a little more, but. It's Justin Herbert. I guess he gets that call. I don't know, man, but it was a horrible play. I mean,
it really is. And when you watch it over and over again, it gets worse. It's a terrible call. I don't understand what the official was looking. He's standing right there. He does not drive any part of his body onto his. If he did, that would have been a horrible penalty, and it should have been called.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And it just, where are you supposed to hit him? You can't hit him low. You can't hit him in the head. You can't hit him with your body. Where are you supposed to hit him? Just hope you pull him down. And we saw later on in the game who tried to pull him down. That was Smoot. He tried to pull him down, and he couldn't get Trey Lance down.
It's Trey Lance,
Yeah.
That's one of those. And then the one last week, Trayvon Walker kind of got him in the helmet and landed on him. So that, by rule,
that was a penalty. That was a penalty.
Yeah. But this isn't just a Jaguars thing. There's been bad calls all around the league.
Oh yeah. Well, they protect the quarterbacks. I mean, that's the whole idea. Is they want to keep the quarterbacks up, but you've gone overboard with it. But I thought that watching the defense, we get back to defense, but watching the defense, I thought Hines Allen played really well. I thought Walker, for the first time, actually showed since he hurt his hand. He did some things. Hamilton was good. Hamilton played really well. The young guys did got some push. Smoot.
Armstead made some plays. Armstead made some plays.
Yeah.
And Devin Lloyd played well. I mean, he did some things. And the secondary surprised me. I mean, I got to give it to those guys. They played well. And let's be real. The Chargers aren't exactly a burner team. When you look at it, Keenan Allen doesn't run very well anymore. He never did. He's just a great route runner. McConkey can run a little bit, but not a one of those burners.
Johnston can run. I mean,
what's that?
Johnston, though, can go deep.
But he's not really a burner, though.
Yeah.
They don't. It's not. And so I think they defended him well. And when they what they didn't do? When they passed guys off, they passed them off to somebody who was actually there.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
And, that had been a problem for him. The interception by Johnson, that's an accident. Because that should be a completion for a big play. But he made the play on the ball. He threw it to him, and he made the play. I thought when they put him down near the line of scrimmage, made a couple good plays. He made a good play on a play on the outside at near the line of scrimmage later in the game. So there was progress. It was progress, and I thought Campanelli did a nice job calling the game.
And I think we look at just what the defensive scheme was. Obviously, they sent for a lot. Every once in a while, they'd mix in, dropping Josh Hines Allen. That one play to Keenan Allen, that first down. I mean, Josh is in coverage and everything. Keenan Allen's wide open. So, you saw a couple lapses. But overall, I think what it showed that when they simplified things on this defense and then they trusted their guys up front to get home, it paid dividends. Like, how many times did you see everyone in the box and guys dropping back, guys blitzing? Like, you didn't see any of that. Well, once again, it was meat and potatoes, and it got the job done. And I think it's putting faith in your playmakers. It's putting faith in the guys that you're paying a lot of money for, whether it's Trayvon Walker. I mean, he's still a first-round pick, but he's making money, or it's Josh Hines Allen. And then it's putting your faith in those guys, and they delivered, and in doing so, that helped the back end out a lot.
3 of the top 5 salary cap numbers this year are on the defensive line, and 4 of the top 7 on the team. And they had not been producing, at least statistically, early in the season.
Well, and last week was an embarrassment for that group.
Right.
Let's be real.
The fourth quarter, absolutely.
The game. You're working against a bad offensive line, and it was an embarrassment. I mean, they didn't. You have a high-priced guy at defensive end, the number 1 overall pick, a high-priced guy at defensive tackle, 2 high-priced guys at defensive tackle, by the way.
Yep.
And you don't sniff the quarterback. I mean, that's terrible. So they took it. They took the insult. Let's put it that way.
I thought Trayvon Walker kind of setting the tone first play of the game. Intentional grounding. We're going to be here all day, bud.
Well, it was a boot, and he wasn't blocked. I mean, he did.
Come on, come on.
He's
Pete.
not like he's winning.
Stick with me here, Pete.
No, hang on. But once again, Pete, how many times have we seen boots and quarterbacks roll out to nobody? Like once,
right.
I understand right now, and you're in your world, the bar is very low. But and maybe I'm erring on the side of being a little more like sunshine and rainbows. But I take a look at where they were to where they are now, and That's progress, man. Read recognition, recognize the boot, make a play on it. We haven't seen that a lot in the past.
It's not winning. It's I'll give you the recognition part of it, but it's not like he's beating a tackle up the field and getting a sack.
Pete, is this bottle half empty or half full? Which side?
No, I'm being a realist. Austin, does he beat anybody?
No, he doesn't beat anybody, but once again, Pete, it was a boot, and this team has had some problems with the boot.
Yeah.
So I'm happy somebody saw the boot coming.
Standpoint, I give him an A+. From beating somebody off the line of scrimmage, you get no grade because it's incomplete. He didn't beat
this team made Davis Mills look like a Pro Bowl quarterback last week. I'm trying to find some silver linings here. Work with me, please.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Man.
Now here's
no
a question.
It's
tough. Trust me, it's years and years, decades.
I can imagine.
Yeah. What about moving ahead? Is this sustainable on defense, or is this a one-off? I mean, is it week to week? How do they attack this Arizona team now?
I'll take a Peter on me, go.
Well, Jacoby Brissett set a record yesterday for completions, NFL record for completions in a game.
He threw for 400 and something yards, didn't he?
Yeah. He threw for over 400, but he had 47 completions in the game. And Trey McBride went nuts, and Michael Wilson had a big day. And remember, they're playing without Marvin Harrison. So it's not a good offense. Take away. When they played the Raiders, they didn't take away Brock Bowers at all, remember?
Oh, I remember.
Well, McBride is right there with them. So that's got to be the focal point of taking if anybody else beats you, they beat you. But so take away McBride and don't let slow-footed safeties get locked up in man-to-man coverage with them, okay? You can't allow that to happen. If that happens next week, I'm coming in here on Monday and I'm just ripping the shreds out of them for that coverage, okay? Because you can't – you know it. How many times have we seen tight ends running by Wingert in the last month?
Yeah. I mean, and this is why I was so nervous with the Chargers game, just because they have so many guys they have to focus in on. I mean, they have a great tight end themselves. They have Ladd McConkey. They had Johnston on the deep routes. There was a lot of things that they had to address. Now, getting home with the pass rush helped a lot of that. I don't think that the Cardinals' offensive line is comparable to the Chargers' offensive line, especially at tackle in terms of being porous and being turnstiles, right? So it's probably going to be a little harder getting home against the Cardinals than it was against the Chargers. But really, yeah, I mean, Wilson has really come on now, but and they liked him a lot in Arizona. It's just the fact he never really got an opportunity because it was the Marvin Harrison show, or Harrison Jr. show. But yeah, it's Trey McBride. And if I'm being honest, you're supposed to stop Nico Collins. Well, couldn't really stop Nico Collins. Mm-mm. You're supposed to stop, Brock Bowers. Well, couldn't really stop Brock Bowers. It's on the table for you. The run game is whatever with I think a third or fourth string running back. They're going to go to Trey McBride.
He's got some juice though. DeMarcado can fly when he's in there.
Is that one guy? Do we know is he coming back? The other guy, he's an IR. Played on the Bears. I can't remember his name now. It's one of their other backs that they had. Whatever. Yeah, we'll look it up later. But.
Well, they lost James Conner. That was the one early in the season that hurt them the most. I mean, the run game kind of went bye-bye when he went out of there. But Bam Knight's been running the ball for him. He doesn't do a lot. The run game's not great. And Jacoby Brissett, by the way, when he scrambles, he looks like he's about a 5'9" guy, with time him in the 40, sundial out. And so it's so much different with Kyler Murray, but he does find guys when they're open, and that's the biggest concern when you play him. And I think that's going to be key. But do what you do. Just don't let anybody get matched up who can't run with Trey McBride. And if you have to double them, double them. Let everybody else beat you.
We'll come back in a moment. We'll touch on special teams. There's not a lot to touch on, at least in the kicking game yesterday. But I'll give you, Pete, the answer that Microsoft Copilot just gave me on the field goals.
Give it to me.
No, I'll give it to you when we come back.
That's a tease. I like it.
It's what we call in the business a tease. We'll have the answer when we return. And from the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
The year-end sales event is going on now at your local Ford dealer. Celebrate with great offers to ring in the season. Now's the time to take home the legendary Ford F-150, the truck at the top of everyone's list. Or Ford Expedition, an SUV with room for all your passengers and presents. And if you're ready for big holiday thrills, unwrap the Built Wild Bronco SUV. Celebrate the holidays in a new Ford. Hurry, the year-end sales event ends soon. See your local Ford dealer today.
Watch the game, host your crew, or just unwind at PC Grill and Patio at Sheridan Jacksonville, part of the Marriott family of hotels. Enjoy craft cocktails, tasty bites, and indoor-outdoor seating perfect for watch parties, happy hours, and events. Mention this radio ad for 10% off food and drinks. Visit SheridanJacksonville.com or call 904-564-4772.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Danny, BJ, Quentin Morris. It's the epitome of what you want your team to be is guys earning the right via special teams, playing their asses off on special teams, doing their job in practice, doing their job every day, earning the opportunities on special teams, playing well, and then earning an opportunity to impact the game on Sundays on offense or defense. I mean, that's it. That's what it should be. That's how it has to be. That's how you earn time here. And those guys have earned it. They've earned it in practice every single day, and it showed up.
Liam Cohen today on a Zoom call with the media after a Jaguars win over the Chargers yesterday, 35-6. And welcome back. JP Shadrick, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane, Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans on 1010XL, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. Oh, and how convenient. He's talking about BJ Green, Danny Strigo. You'll also get to meet Bashal Tootin and those two of your Jaguars if you go to Publix. University Square, 2875 University Boulevard, Tuesday, November 18th. That's tomorrow from 5 to 6 p.m. And you can meet Jacksonville Roar members as well. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Pretty good timing. Those guys played well.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And most people are probably going, who are they? Right?
All right.
I mean, who are they? But I think that's another thing I give the staff credit for. You had a veteran who you signed, Ogba, hadn't done anything. You traded to get Saunders, hadn't done anything. You got rid of Saunders, and he signed him with the Jets, by the way.
Okay.
And you sit down Ogba and play 2 young kids who look like they're hungry.
Yeah.
And you know, the Strigo got some pressure, some push in the pocket a little bit, you know, and Green had the sack. He should have had a sack. So I credit the staff for that too. You're not beholden to what you did because they admitted the mistake on Saunders. They got rid of him. So I give them a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, what I respect about this staff, because sometimes you talk about NFL locker rooms and everything, there's some politics involved. Right? Like, okay, we're paying this guy this much money. We invested this much to get this guy, so he's got to play, right? And this team, this coaching staff, this regime is not about that at all, right? And you're seeing that now with some of the young guys at defensive line. I think you're seeing a little bit with Dwamie Brown as well. I mean, they gave him a contract in the offseason. We didn't really see him a lot yesterday.
They had that one deep shot to him, and that's
in terms of snap count.
And he wasn't open. How many snaps did he play?
He didn't play that many. No, I didn't see him at all. And a lot more Tim Patrick. Now, in the run game, Tim Patrick, you probably trust him a little more, blocking and everything, but I think it spoke volumes yesterday. You didn't see a lot of Brown.
Dwamie Brown, 19 snaps, 27%.
How many Patrick play?
Tim Patrick played 41 snaps, 58%.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, there's your answer. Right.
He's overtaken him.
Yep. And reliable guy.
It worked out well. I mean, hey, it worked yesterday.
We talked about it earlier. Reliable guy, runs his routes.
Okay, and that begs the question: what happens when Brian Thomas comes back?
Oof, right. They did all this without him. Yesterday.
No, but not just that. They did it without him, but it looked more fluid without him too. Let's be real. And so, what happens when he comes back? This is a very telling moment for Brian Thomas, in large part because you now have Jacoby Myers who can make plays. You have Parker Washington who can make plays. And Tim Patrick plays in the run game, like you said. When they get Strange back, now you can use 2 tight ends and 3 tight ends. And so what is that? Where does that leave Brian Thomas? It's a legitimate question because the guy has a ton of talent, but he sure as hell hasn't played to it.
Well, Pete, let me ask you a question then. Out of those guys that you just named, who's the burner of that group that's going to be the deep shot? That's going to be the deep threat?
Well, that's why he has to play.
Correct.
I'm with you, but again, he could be sent a big, loud notice for what happened the last couple weeks last week without him. I mean, I just think, be more reliable, be better with your route running, be better sitting down in zones. Now that you have 2 veterans, Patrick, they love Patrick because he's a pro's pro. Well, now you have another one, and so you get those 2 guys in that room, and they look around and they go, "Hey, Brian. We spent a lot of time. We played this league a long time, and neither one of us has the talent you do. Mm-hmm. Get your head out of your behind and go start making plays."
Well, and I think that the blessing, though, too, is getting Jacoby Myers here is now that Jacoby Myers can do maybe some of the dirty work that Brian Thomas Jr. didn't want to do in the middle of the field, and that's going to allow Brian Thomas Jr. to do what he does well and more confident in of running on the outside and, running those go routes and things like that towards the sideline because that's all this team's missing right now. Like, when Strange comes back, I think you have your tight end position filled up. Jacoby Myers seems to be a pretty good possession receiver, reliable. Parker can be in the slot. The only thing missing right now in this offense, because you can run the football as well, is who's going to be that guy that takes the top off? Who's the guy that's going to keep defenses on their heels a little bit and keep them honest? That could be Brian Thomas Jr.
And will the offensive line hold up against really good pass rushers? That's Walker Little played much better on Sunday, much better. I mean, he was terrible the week before against the good pass rushers. These 2, the guys they played this week, they were okay. They weren't great, but they're not bad.
Right.
And they did a nice job. We haven't talked much about the offensive line, but Cole Van Lanen deserves a lot of credit because he played good football on Sunday. Good. Did you see any problems with him?
No.
He was good in the run game. He gets to the second level. I mean, that's a nice guy to have around. He looked much more comfortable playing tackle than he did playing guard. And then late in the game, they put Milam in at right guard. And by the way, we were critical of McCary for a couple weeks when he wasn't playing very well. He was back at it again on Sunday. He played well on Sunday. Cleveland played really well. Cleveland was the best offensive lineman on Sunday. Hainsey played well. So I think the group played really well. But it also gives you flexibility when you have a guy like Van Lanen who can play right tackle. He could play left tackle. So if the left tackle didn't get going like he did last week, and if he has problems down the road, you got to consider something like that.
It's good to have options.
Great to have options.
Jags certainly do that. And, Van Lanen has been that first guy out there in situations like guys go down and then a tight end and the extra lineman and all that was going on with him. He was, I talked to him in the locker room this week about that mindset of just being ready, and then he goes in and has a focus all week long of playing one position, you see what
By
can
the way,
happen there.
Udoga actually had a good day too.
He was that extra lineman.
The week before, he was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he was terrible the week before. So somebody got on those guys, and it worked because they needed it, because they were much better on Sunday. And Milam went in late in the game and had a couple of nice blocks at right guard. He went in at right guard.
I wonder what's it going to take for him to crack the lineup and stay in the lineup, Milam?
Not this year. Not going to happen
Next
this year.
You think?
No. I think McCary was banged up a little, which is why he wasn't playing that well. And, you know how the veterans always get banged up and they never say it? Like, we saw the right guard here for years. What's
Sheriff. Brandon
Yeah,
Sheriff.
he was hurt. He never was healthy.
No.
But he played. He played all the time. I think they were going through something with him. Maybe nothing major, but he was banged up. And so I don't think he played very well. He played well on Sunday. I thought the line was good. I thought the line was really good, in fact, in most of the day.
When the Sheriff played like a month and a half with like a sports hernia, a tear in his, and just played the rest of the season anyway.
Just intestines leaking out,
just, like,
huh?
unbelievable.
Offensive linemen are different, man. Offensive linemen are different.
They're nuts.
I mean, hey, and I'm sure it hasn't changed. Like the shot, they're grimy, man. They're grimy players.
That's what they are.
And
hey,
they really are.
Let's come back. Hey, 1 hour down, 1 hour to go. We've got fan questions. We're going to keep it real. And we'll go around the National Football League as well. After Jaguars win over the Chargers, 35-6 the final score. And this is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
My best friend Riley loved going to the beach. She was a great swimmer. Then one day, during a swim meet, she collapsed. She had cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma. She spent months getting care at UF Health. The doctors did so much, even put her in a clinical trial. I wish we could go to the beach right now. But she's working.
Out of the water.
She's on lifeguard duty. Maybe we'll head out when her shift is done.
UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
New job, new city, new you. Find your fresh start at Point Grand Apartments in Jacksonville and Brunswick. Step into a brand new 2-bedroom apartment with open layouts, sleek finishes, and space to make it your own. Enjoy resort-style pools with cabanas, 24-hour fitness centers, and pet-friendly perks that make every day easier. Live close to work, the coast, and everything you love without the stress. With 8 great locations and endless possibilities, your fresh start begins at pointgrand.com. That's pointgrand.com. Start fresh today.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are a part of it. Introducing First and Forward, a development partner program highlighting the significant contributions made toward the transformative efforts to the city of Jacksonville. Thank you, Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, Office Images, Sims Crane, Start Tech, and People's Gas. Championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward program. The First Coast Forward Together. To learn more, visit jaguars.com/forward together.
Guys, look at this. 30 first downs to 8. 192 yards rushing to 42. And we had an unbelievable moment, obviously happened for our franchise today. That's us. And let's not forget this feeling, because that is us. I know for a fact, the guys that stepped up today, so many guys stepped up and impacted that game. And guess what? Every single one of you should be proud of what you see in the mirror.
Head coach Liam Cohen after the game in the locker room yesterday after a Jaguars blowout win over the Chargers 35-6. And welcome back. It's the second hour of Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game on 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick with you, and here's the opening drive for Hour 2, presented by Target Zero. Let's get everyone home safely. The Jaguars responded from an all-time collapse in Houston and dominated the Chargers in Week 11, 35-6 final. A smothering defensive performance. You heard some of the numbers Liam Cohen talked about. They allowed only 135 total yards to one of the top offenses and quarterbacks in the game. Jags offense showed physicality in the running game, nearly 200 yards on the ground, 47 rushing attempts as a whole. It's their second-best rushing effort of the season. No punts, no field goals for the Jaguars. And now the Jags are still the number 7 seed in the AFC playoff picture, and they hold tiebreakers against the Chargers and Chiefs. We'll dig deeper into the playoff chances coming up in Keeping It Real. The coaching job by Liam Cohen and the staff to get this team motivated and angry, and it showed on Sunday. And, hey, you know what? Players could be coming off the injury report in the coming week or two to even bolster this group even more. Austin Lane with me here in studio at the Miller Electric Center, the Hyundai Studios. Pete Prisco, CBS Sports senior writer down in South Florida. What a day for the Jaguars. Now 6-4. You said it earlier, Austin, the most complete game. This is what they've been searching for, a complete team win, not defense taking it away 4 times and the offense struggling, or punt return and a couple takeaways and the offense, or the defense giving it up and they're having to drive the field. It's 31-30, all that stuff. This was just from start to finish a domination.
It's pure complimentary football, and it happened after one of the worst losses I think in Jaguars history. So credit to Liam Cohen. Pete echoed this in the first hour and everything, but one reason I love this game so much is because I love the psychology part of it. And I feel like sometimes coaches, not only do you have to coach the X's and O's, but you have to be psychologists sometimes too, and therapists for these guys. And I think Liam Cohen gets that, right? I think, he brings that old school intensity and that old school accountability, but brings a new school twist in terms of, kind of being like that psychologist as well. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, and again, I go back to what I said earlier about it, that was a challenging week for any head coach, and he responded to it. And he got his players to respond more than anything. Look, sometimes coaches will respond, and they know what they have to do, and the message doesn't get home, and the players don't respond. But they both did, and I think that is very telling. But I will say this. The former guy that sat in your seat, Austin, he got a little bit carried away with the hyperbole last week, didn't he? When he was on this radio show with you, JP?
What was he saying?
The biggest game in franchise history?
Yeah.
What in the hell was he talking about?
He says it every week because he means it's the next game. It's the most important game in franchise history.
He's really bought into coach speak.
He is all in. He is knee deep, at least, in coach speak.
I mean, come on, Tony. One play at a time. Is that going to be if like we put him on the show one day? If he came in here and we grilled him, he would say one play at a time, one game at a time, no looking ahead.
Probably so.
The funniest thing about that is whenever he played, I'd go to the locker. I'd go to his locker. We'd start looking at how they'd have to possibly do what to get into the playoffs or anything. He wasn't looking one game at a time. Stop it. It's the greatest myth in football, by the way. You're always looking ahead to see what you got going.
Yeah, you have to, right? I mean, whether they say it or not, everybody's kind of peeking a little bit. You know?
So that one went out on Sunday last week for some reason. I hadn't seen him saying that weekend, but somehow
week.
So, but the Jaguars put that out. The media, those guys put that out, and so it kind of people were talking to me about it in my building. They're like, "What is he talking about?"
It's a weekly thing. I didn't realize that they put that out.
Oh no, I mean,
it's funny.
Even I saw it. And listen, if I had more time, I'd definitely watch every one of those shows as well, JP. Sorry I didn't get to that episode.
That's fair, yeah.
But I saw the clip and everything. I'm like, all right, like you might be setting yourself up a little bit, but obviously he's spoken into existence, man, and it paid dividends.
But if you had to rank that game in terms of the importance in the history of the franchise, it wouldn't even be in the top 20.
But Pete, in the locker room, though, how important was that game? Because once again, obviously that Houston game was one of the worst losses in franchise history. You heard like they kind of get after these guys a little bit this following week then. Like if they don't go out there and perform well, do you run the risk of losing the locker room? So in that way, I feel like that wasn't a very important game because if I'm a player, right, and maybe I'm getting chewed out a little bit and we don't perform and say we get blown up by 30 at home, then I'm like, all right, is what this guy is saying, like I get he brings a lot of energy, but like should I fully believe and buy into this or should I maybe go over here and do my own thing? So like from that standpoint, from the locker room standpoint, it may have been the most important game of the season.
Well, no, the season.
Okay.
Right? What did he say? He said most important game in history.
In franchise history.
I mean, so I guess playing for a chance to go to the Super Bowl is like second to that game last week.
I think the whole point of him saying that on a weekly basis is that you cannot change what has been in the past. Mm-hmm. And there have been important games in the past, but they're just that. They're in the past, the 99 season.
The most important game is the one right in front of us.
That's pretty much it, yes. Narrow the focus, Pete.
Stay in the present, man.
History of the franchise should not be something that gets added on to that. You know what I mean? I could see him saying it's the most important game right now is the one right in front of us, but not in the history of the franchise. And if he was here, we'd be giving him crap about it.
I think we are right now.
When we come back after the break, 10 most important games in franchise history.
We'll ask Co-Pilot.
We'll do the power rankings.
See what Co-Pilot says.
I guess you get. By the way, I did you see on Twitter the other day? We got a lot of pictures coming our way with Mr. Lululemon himself. Did you get those too?
I was tagged on a lot of those. Austin, did you see those?
Did you see those?
I did not see the Lululemon ones. No,
he had the high, like there's a rising water or something. He had the pants like up around his calves.
The joggers, they wear the pants that don't go
part of the fall
down.
collection.
So
I like
those and the Lululemon hoodie.
Part of the fall collection. I like it, man.
And standing next to him was James Gladstone in the joggers, I think, and the Lululemon hoodie.
Pete, who are we wearing today, by the way, real quick?
What do you got?
I have the North Face shirt on.
Dude, okay.
All right.
Pete, next week, if you have a Billabong shirt, you got to wear it because then you're going to complete the trifecta in terms of 90s styles. I mean, we're going Billabong, Hurley, and North Face. Let's go, man. I'm back in high school, Pete. I'm with you.
That's how laid back I am.
Hey, man, I mess with it. I appreciate it.
They're comfortable. They're
Absolutely.
soft.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I hear Lululemon's comfortable, but
they are.
If somebody bought me Lululemon stuff, I don't think I could ever wear it right now, in large part because I wouldn't want to be the third triplet.
Third amigo. Right. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That would be the ultimate picture next camp when you're around, Pete, is all three of you guys wearing the Lululemon together.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Or if I stood next to Tony with the Lululemon, it'd be like twins.
right. Absolutely. Hey, by the way, last hour we were kind of joking around. Why don't you ask Co-Pilot why these coaches aren't kicking field goals?
Oh, yeah.
And I asked Microsoft Copilot, why are these coaches in the NFL not kicking field goals? And it gives you a number of different answers. It does a short answer, then it does kind of breaks down each of the short answer points. Then there's a bigger picture, then there's a takeaway. I'll give you the short answer. The Microsoft Copilot to the question, why are these coaches in the NFL not kicking field goals? It says NFL coaches are increasingly avoiding field goals because analytics show that going forward on fourth down often provides a higher chance of winning. Block kicks are rising, and the league itself is pushing for more touchdowns over safe three-point plays. That's the short answer.
No, the short answer is because they're morons. That's the short answer. But there is one answer to it that I think I've heard from people too, is with the kickoffs being what they are.
This is the Greg Olson theory, right?
If you kick your field goal,
yeah,
then they rip the kickoff back to the 40 or you get it at the 45, then you're setting them up to go get points anyways. Whereas if you go for it and this is if you're deep in their territory, not if you're at the 50-yard line, but if you're deep in their territory and you go for it and you don't get it, how much worse off are you than getting 3 and giving up 45 yards of field position than giving up, you know what I mean, not getting the chance to get the touchdown. So I think that has something to do with it as well.
Yeah, if you give it to them at their own 9 or whatever, then they've got 91 yards to go instead of 55 or whatever. You know?
Whereas you get you got to, take a look at the chances of you scoring as well. If it's 4th and 10, you don't do it. But if it's 4th and 2 or something and you're down there, then teams are considering it. I get that from the standpoint of where the kickoffs are and what's happening. Like, all I got to do is you can go to the Bills Bucks game yesterday. Every single kick was ripped by the Bills. Ripped. Not for touchdowns, but 45, 50 yards. And they set them up in point-blank range to go get points. And they didn't have many plays, and they still scored a ton of points.
What was the score, though, that fourth quarter that Dolphins and whoever they...
It's like 13-13.
That's what I'm saying. So defenses were playing pretty well, I feel like, the whole day. So then why not let kick a field goal and let your defense get a chance to win the game, because it seemed like they're doing their part so far in that game.
Yeah, that was a bad... You have to kick your field goal in that scenario.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still going to get a possession anyways if you score. Well, why not kick the field goal?
The Dolphins tied the game with 12:36 to play in the fourth quarter. And then they had,
playing hot potato with it.
Oh, my gosh. And then, their final – here's the last possessions. The Commanders turn it over on downs. And then the Dolphins get it back. They punt. There's a missed field goal by Washington. Then there's downs by the Dolphins. They give it up with 1:41 to play.
On the 2-yard line.
At the 1-yard line.
I mean,
going in.
Keep this up. That guy's going to be investigating betting for the NFL with unders.
At the 1-yard line.
But you still kick.
Kick the field goal. That's what I'm saying.
Of course.
What are we doing?
Right.
It's
and then they
go.
had 2 timeouts, and they called them to give Washington a chance to make the field goal. Did you see it? I mean, that was awful.
What in the
FBI is watching that game like,
That's why both those teams have 3 wins.
Interesting.
Probably
Miami's still alive, by the way.
I know. They're in the hunt.
Don't even put that in the universe.
I put them on the in the hunt graphic we're about to see here in a little
bit.
Don't even put that in the universe.
It's possible. What if he saves his job, Pete?
I think he's going to if they win some games because they don't want to fire him.
Ooh. And they announced that is Tua going to be the quarterback going forward too? Did I see that?
Has to be. Can't get rid of him for money reasons.
Wow. Let's come back and we'll keep it real. It's been a farce up to this point. This is the point.
What are we keeping it real about?
We're going to keep it real about the Jaguars' playoff chances and the AFC playoff picture.
Big playoff picture.
We're damn
don't
near
need co-pilot for this one.
No, we don't. We're damn near Thanksgiving, and the Jaguars are very much on the graphic.
That's amazing.
And not just in the hunt; they are in the playoffs. If an end we'll dig into that when we come back and keep it real. Mr. Chubby's Wings for our production staff tonight. The pretzel bites go fast, and there's a bunch of cheese that comes with them. And they've got the Mr. Chubby's style wings tonight, and chicken quesadillas. So a great spread. Check them out before the game, after the game, and during the game. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Johnstone Supply Wholesale provides HVAC contractors with Amana air conditioners, heat pumps, and furnaces homeowners trust. Built to be reliable, quiet, and energy efficient to provide indoor heating and cooling comfort year-round. Don't settle for less. Trust the experts. To find the right system for your home, locate an Amana Advantage specialist near you at johnstoneamana.com. That's johnstoneamana.com.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Yuengling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yuengling is the taste of tradition. Yuengling, legends stand the test of time.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Like, being pissed off was great for us because we lost in the way we lost, especially to a team. So, like, at that current moment, we needed to play pissed off. Next week, you know, obviously, I mean, what are we going to find something to be pissed off about? I think being pissed off kind of made people focus on their details, focus on what I have to come into this building and do. Maybe I have to come up earlier and get extra treatment. Maybe I have to do more studying. Maybe I have to be in the playbook a little bit more. Maybe I have to study something differently. I did something, you know. I think that put more focus on everybody has to be where they need to be. And if that's the focus that we have moving forward, man, we'll be a tough team to beat.
Josh Hines-Allen, the franchise sack leader now after a sack yesterday in the game against the Chargers. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane here in Jacksonville. Pete Prisco down in South Florida. And it's time now for Keeping It Real. It is week 12, and it's still available.
I think that ship might be sailing.
Yeah, it's past the horizon by now.
It's unreal.
It's out the door.
I mean, week 12, yeah, that means we have, 7 more shows? Or was it? Yeah, not counting playoffs.
Playoffs are out, too.
See, and that's our Keeping
Price
It
goes
Real.
up, by the way, for that.
Oh, a little extra?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Does your price go up for the playoffs?
We haven't talked about that, have we?
I don't think we have.
I'm actually getting paid for the playoffs?
I don't think I'm in a position to negotiate.
Just happy to be here, man.
Me too, trust me.
No, you're not. You're not getting paid.
All right, keeping it real about the Jaguars' playoff chances. The Jaguars, if it ended today, would be the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs. Broncos with another win, now the number 1 seed, 9-2. Patriots 9-2. Colts are off, 8-2. Steelers 6-4. Leading that division, the AFC North. The wild card, Bills at the moment, Chargers, and the Jaguars. And the teams in the hunt, the Texans are still alive. They won at the last second. The Chiefs are on the outside looking in. They've lost all these tiebreakers already, the Bills and the teams ahead of them. And the Ravens are making a surge at 5-5. And yes, Pete's Miami Dolphins are 4-7 and on the graphic right now in the hunt. So, what are the chances now with the schedule ahead for the Jags being somewhat favorable in terms of win percentage? It's all on paper, though. As you see it on your screen if you're watching on Jaguars.com. Cardinals, Titans, both with losing records. Colts are good. Jets aren't. Broncos are. Colts are. Titans are not. So what are the chances the Jaguars are in?
It would be a major disappointment if they don't get in right now. Mm-hmm. The way the schedule is set up. Should beat Arizona. Should beat Tennessee. The Colts never win in Jacksonville. I don't care how good they are. They never win in Jacksonville, and you should beat the Jets at home. So there's your 4. That gets you to 10. You probably won't beat the Broncos, although they're not unbeatable. Their offense isn't great. You probably lose against the Colts at Indy, and you beat the Titans. That gets you 11. I think 11 gets you in. So I think they have a real. You can't blow this week's game, but I think they have a real shot to get in.
Pete, let me ask you this. I mean, does the Cardinals, and I agree with you, I think if they don't make the playoffs now, and once again, I get it's a week-by-week basis, but I think with expectations now, if you don't make the playoffs, there'll be some disappointment. I mean, every game's important. Does the Cardinals game, I feel like the Chargers game was obviously vastly important, right? Because you're neck and neck now with the Chargers in this playoff picture. Is there a lot to, talk about Josh Hines down in that press conference, is there a lot to get up for right now with this Cardinals game? For this team? What do you have to base it off of?
Well, yeah, and look, you're making a long trip against a team you should beat. It's going to be hard to get back up again. And again, we talked about it last week about the challenge for the coach to get them, get Liam Cohen has to get those guys up again. And it's going to be hard to do. You look at the history of this league and look at the recent history. How many times have we seen these teams win big games and then go out on the road and lose to a team they should beat? Or even at home, like the Packers did a couple weeks ago to the Carolina. Buffalo at Miami. It's hard to stay up in this league, and so it's a challenge. And this one's going to be a real challenge for them, I think. Tennessee won't be, in large part because they're a rival. You know who they are. You play the Titans. It's always an up game. This is, of all their games going forward, not because it's the best team, but because of where it is in the schedule and how it's coming up and where you have to travel to go play them.
Most important game in franchise history?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we should ask him. He'll probably say it again this week.
I'll ask him Thursday. I'm sure he'll say it again.
I like it, man.
When he says that, do you roll your eyes or question him? What are you doing, JP? Question him.
I shouldn't have said anything, my bad.
Yeah. I think I have questioned that a couple times, but he's doubles down, Pete. That's what he does.
Consistency, Pete.
It's idiotic to say it. I get what he's trying to say, but it's wrong. I mean, if he just leaves off in franchise history, then he can say it. But if he keeps saying in franchise history, we know better. Because you know why you know better? There were actually games where the place was full. The crowd, by the way, was awful on Sunday. I'm going to put that out there. It was awful.
Only home game between, October 14th and December 7th.
And you get why. Look, I'm never faulting the fans, in large part because I think there's a real strong diehard base there. We know who they are. But the guys who aren't the diehards, they're skeptical. And you understand why they're skeptical. They've been burned before. And so you beat the Chiefs and everybody's all up, and then you go and then you lose down the road. You lose to a Texans team after you're winning by 19 in the fourth quarter. So you got this game coming up against a team that would be in the playoffs too, by the way. And the crowd was awful. What was the number on the book?
The paid attendance 58,461.
If there were 58,000 people in that stadium, then they all dressed up as chairs. There's no way there was 58,000 people in that stadium. And by the way, after halftime, you were there, Austin.
Yeah.
Did it look empty?
I mean, to be fair, I feel like the Chargers fans don't really travel that well, so it was abundant.
No, not at all.
So they weren't there. But I mean, for what it was, I thought the stadium was loud. Obviously, I lost my voice from cheering so much, but I thought for what it was, Pete, it was a pretty damn good atmosphere.
But there were a lot of empty seats.
I mean, there were some, but like I didn't go into that stadium when the first quarter started thinking like, wow, there's nobody here. Like that didn't cross my mind at all.
JP,
take it for how you want.
From where you were sitting?
I was sitting here, and in the studio for most of the.
You didn't go out on. You didn't go out.
I
on
did
the
go
field
in the
at all?
press box. I didn't go on the field during the game. No, I was in the press box. Could not see.
Okay.
the
From my vantage point, watching it on
Right.
TV, it looked empty.
But here's the thing, Pete. If you want to talk about, well, what do you get up for? What do you find motivation in? That's the motivation right there, where you earn another home game with a full crowd. You go to Arizona, you take care of business, you get people hyped up, and now you're coming back taking on the Colts, which
No, you got to go to Tennessee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then
First
you should win that game.
okay,
You win
I got
those
you.
two,
Yeah.
And you take on a Colts team that for the division lead or whatever, or there for it.
So correction, you
and
win
they
those
might
next
move
two
it.
games, and then
They might move. Maybe they'll move that game.
Ooh, flex. You're calling a flex?
Not to nighttime. They'll never move. I'm talking about maybe
4.
moving it to like what's it? It's scheduled for 1.
1
Maybe they
o'clock,
move it later in the afternoon or something, or if it. But it depends on what the Colts play the Chiefs this week, so that could, that's a tough game for them. But yeah, back to your question about the playoffs. If they don't get in, it's right now the way it looks, it's going to be a disappointment.
Because they've got tiebreakers against the Chiefs and Chargers now.
Yeah.
So.
And not only that, the Chargers play a brutal schedule the rest of the way. The Texans have a brutal schedule, and I think those two play each other. So there's one of them's going to get a loss.
And Chiefs play the Colts this up and coming week as well, so we'll see what that looks like.
The Chiefs schedule, they have the Broncos late in the year. The Chiefs schedule's not that bad though, but it really isn't. Look at it.
Are they gonna? They're not gonna win the division though, are they?
I don't think so.
They'll be a wild card team.
So they're gonna get in. They're gonna get in. They're gonna find a way in, even with all these tiebreakers against them.
If you look at their schedule, tell me if you wouldn't be surprised if they didn't run it.
We'll go through the Kansas City schedule right here.
They play the Colts this week. That's a tough one.
Home
but they should
against
win
the
that game
Colts, at the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Win.
Home against the Texans. Home against the Chargers.
Win.
At the Titans.
Win.
Christmas night at home against the Broncos.
Should have beat them on the road Sunday.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then at the Raiders.
Okay, do you see how they could run that tape?
Taylor Swift fans rejoice. There's still hope.
A lot of primetime holiday games for the Swifties to watch.
But you could see it. They could run that. They could run the tape. I mean, it's doable.
They could. We'll see if they do it.
The Chargers schedule is the one that they have a problem. And the way they looked on Sunday, they're the team that might fall out of the whole thing.
Well, I mean, with that offensive line, Pete, like, can they? It's not going to get any better, right? Like,
no, because they tried to bring in a guy, and Penning was brought in to be better, and he stunk.
What they have is what they have. So, whether Herbert can stay upright for a whole game is a big question. Like, yeah,
they don't run it. They don't have any backs.
I have a hard time seeing.
Back even got dinged up. Vidal got dinged up. Look at their schedule.
Yeah,
Read theirs.
Here's the Chargers schedule. Bye week this week, and then home against the Raiders, home against the Eagles, at the Chiefs, at the Cowboys.
Cut me.
Home against the Texans.
So they play each other. So one of them goes,
and then at the Broncos. They could tie.
Yeah, that schedule's tough.
Yeah.
They could lose 3 more games.
They could.
Right?
Yep.
That gets you to 7. So if Jacksonville were to lose 2 or 3 even, they would have it tied, right? Because they're 7-4 and they're 6-4. So if they lost 3 more, they get 7 losses. Jacksonville would only need to win. They could afford to lose 3 games if it was between them and them because they have had that on them.
Right now it'd be the Jaguars against the Patriots.
Which, I mean, it ain't like the Patriots, as good as their record is, they feasted on a lot of bad teams. And so it's not like they're a juggernaut.
Drake May's been sacked too a couple times, man.
Drake May's good. Drake May's good. Is there anybody in the AFC that really you sit there and you go, oh my God?
Yeah, I mean, Denver has moments. Their defense is good.
Really good.
The quarterback when he's on, that's really fun to watch. But
he's not always on.
They're not powerhouses, I don't think.
In the back of your head, tell me if you don't agree with this. They're not in right now, but in the back of your head, the 3 teams nobody wants in. Ready? The Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs.
Nope.
Well, those two, and then the third one's in, but you wouldn't want to play them. The Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I really don't want the Ravens. Like, I don't want to see the Ravens if they make the playoffs.
Nope.
Just because I think they're built for playoff football. I think they're built to
But
pound
they're
the
going
rock
to.
in cold weather. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Steelers now with Rodgers hurt, they're coming back to the pack.
And Buffalo will figure it out down the stretch. They're 7-3. It's not like they haven't figured it out. I mean, they're just chasing New England right now.
But New England's next two games are at Cincy, home against the Giants before the bye. They're going to go into the bye on a 10-game winning streak.
Wow.
Then they play the Bills.
Wow.
Bills
Mike
play the
Vrabel,
Texans
coach of
this
the year?
week.
You guys think?
No.
Obviously, is that a shoo-in? Mike Vrabel, coach of the year?
Yeah, I think he is right now. Or Steichen might have something to say about it, too.
I mean,
What if the Jaguars go on a run here? Liam Cohen.
You never know. Yeah.
All right.
If he won out
Yeah.
and won the division.
Come on, Pete.
Yeah. By the way, the Bills and Texans play Thursday night, and C.J. Stroud's not going to play, supposedly.
He's been out, man. A couple weeks.
Yeah, he's having vision problems, supposedly. That must have been a bad. It didn't even look that bad when it happened, either.
All right, that is Keeping It Real. As always, the real has been kept about the playoff chances. PRI Productions, the Southeast full-service event company, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com and learn more. Fan questions when we return after a Jaguars win over the Chargers. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's Here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's Here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Hey Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
We now owe it to each other to play that way for the rest of the year as much as possible, right? And we'll see what the result is. Like, that's got to be our mindset as a team, is like we owe it to each other now to put that on tape as much as possible for the remainder of the season and let the results be what they may. And if we can approach it that way and find the, inner mindset every week that you have to get yourself in a position to go compete like that every week as a team, and each player has to get themselves there, and it's our jobs to get the units there. So hopefully we can understand that moving forward.
Head coach Liam Cohen earlier today on a Zoom call with media after a Jaguars win over the Chargers. And welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, the second hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. Pete Briscoe, South Florida, at his house, at your house, right? Know where you are?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice looking set you have back there, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
Bobblehead,
got all my CBS
helmets.
stuff, my ASU stuff.
Yeah. What is this? I don't know. Like the foam finger thing in the back there.
That's Arizona State does that when they're on
the pitchfork thing. Pitchfork.
Yeah, that's something they do.
Okay, gotcha.
It's forks up is what it is.
Okay,
right. It's funny.
And they're still alive too, by the way.
For
playoffs, they got to win out and get some help. But they can still get in.
Playoffs. Cam Scadaboo ain't walking through that door. Pete.
No.
And
the quarterback's hurt too.
Yeah.
Oof. Man.
Are they going to lose their coach, or is he staying?
I think he's staying.
Okay.
His family lives on the same block he does. I mean, he grew up there. He went to ASU. I think he's staying. It wouldn't break my heart if he left.
Love-hate
I think
relationship?
he built a great program, and I don't think he's a great game coach.
Okay.
But he's done a nice job. I got to give him credit for it. He's built that program back up again. I mean, it's not Alabama or anything, but
I mean, he had a good run last year.
Now that they have NIL money all over the place, Alabama ain't Alabama anymore because they don't have an advantage.
Yeah, they can't beat Oklahoma right now.
Texas Tech with that NIL money,
2 years in a row, Oklahoma. Unbelievable. What the hell's going on down there?
But you're still alive and kicking in the playoffs.
Who?
Alabama. They still have a chance.
They got a chance. You got to beat Auburn.
Yeah, and you got to win. Can they still get to the title game?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they win the title game, they'll get in.
They'll get in. But if they don't, it's going to be welcome to Jacksonville for the Gator Bowl, presented by Tax Slayer, and Alabama might be here.
Sounds like JP's pulling some funding. JP's pulling some endorsement dollars, huh?
Yeah, endorsement dollars. They can ask all they want. They send those things in the mail all the time. You know where I put those?
Right in the round file.
Right in the round file. Hey, it is time for fan questions.
Love it.
Got a lot of them today.
Let's go.
Got a lot of them last week too. Oof, those were nasty.
When it's good, when it's good, you get fan questions. When it's really bad, you get fan questions. When it's somewhere in between, you get nothing.
That's pretty much it. True. So we're on the extremes the last 2 weeks. First, we put the cat signal out. Here's the best we've come up with. At JagsFan5858, do you put this win more on the players or coaches for how well they played a week after the Texans lost?
It's always about the players for me. But look, coaches did a great job of getting them to respond, but if the players don't respond, you don't win. So I put it on the players.
See, and I'm a players guy first, but I put this more on the coaches.
Oh.
Simply because nothing changed in terms of the players that you had, but it looked drastically different from that Houston game to that Chargers game. So, we can sit here and make fun and say, okay, was it really the most important game in franchise history? But I think if you believe it, then it is so. And it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think, Pete. It doesn't matter what JP thinks. And this isn't just picking on Tony Baselli here, but he spoke that into existence. And I think, if you speak that into existence, obviously I think that locker room believed in that. And you know what? They went out there and played like it was the most important game in franchise history. So I give credit to the regime and credit to the coaches.
I hate to burst your bubble. He also said that before the Texans game, too.
Oh. All right, I stand corrected.
Well, you said he says it every week.
Every week.
So it's a shtick.
It is very much a shtick.
Okay. So if that's his shtick, why would they send that out? Because it sounded like he meant that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But
the team didn't send it out, I'm told. The team did not do it.
Who sent it out?
Some fans clipped it out and put it out there, I guess. So.
But I think if you approach it okay, I'm not going to defend it. Whatever. I'm trying, man.
You can't defend that. There's no defending that. It's just 100% wrong is what it is.
All right. Next question at Shaw16T. Should Jarian Jones be on the field more going forward?
Yes. 100% yes. I think at some point, and Austin, you know this better than me because you played. At some point, the pilot light goes on for a young player when he just starts believing in what he can really do instead of questioning himself. And then all of a sudden, you just go. And I think it went on for him. I think he's ready to be a bigger part of that defense. And in fact, we've seen it the last couple weeks.
So I think he had it last year too, Pete. And the problem is that I don't think Doug Peterson was the biggest believer, Ryan Nielsen was in him, because I go back to when Trevor got that cheap shot. And Jarian Jones was the first guy to go after that Texan sideline and try to throw hands a little bit. And then, Doug Peterson comes out and says, that's not what we do and everything. I didn't like that. And I think you almost put a muzzle on a guy who wants to be one of those dogs. So when you did that, I felt like you hampered him a little bit. Now enter this year, he shows some promise and everything. I think he can be the guy going forward a little bit. And what we've seen with this regime coming up now, it's if you're playing well, you're playing with an intensity and a grit, you'll get playing time. Well, he's doing that, and I'm not sure with Newsome how long he's going to be down for. We haven't heard about that yet. No. So I do think we'll see more Jarian Jones.
But even going into camp, though, remember there was some talk he could win one of the jobs, and he didn't. And that's when I think his confidence kind of dropped down a little bit. And now I think he's back. I think you can tell the way he's flying around. He's playing like a guy who believes in his talent, and I think that's been a bright spot for this team. What's its injury status on Newsome, have they said?
They have not said.
Yeah.
They always wait until the injury report comes out. They don't really say anything.
If he's down for any length of time, that's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit for them.
From a secondary that's already without a couple of starters. So, next question at Duval Hoops. They need to give back Mean Machine BJ Green his sack back. It's not his fault he possesses the power of Zeus and made Herbert look so puny and weak. That's not really a question, but...
No, that's really more of a statement by Duval Hoops. What's he want? To be on the show on a weekly basis? What the hell is that?
I don't know, man. Where's the question mark? Is there a question mark anywhere in our future?
No. But he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Duval Hoops is not wrong. He should have had a sack. I feel bad for the kid. It was his first career sack.
One day I dream in a world, and I know it'll never happen, but I dream in a world where the refs have to do a press conference after the game to justify some of their calls. I would love to hear them get in front of a mic.
Not happening.
But why?
You can pool reporter.
Yeah, pool reporter can talk to the referee.
Right, and then he brings it, and all he does is he types it out, and they type it out and give it to the media in the hand, and this is what he said about it. That's all he got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if we hold players accountable all the time for making bad decisions, and we got to grill them because they get paid, refs get paid as well. I wouldn't mind refs being held accountable as well and explaining what some of their choices were.
Think about this, though. This isn't going to happen, by the way, because he's going to get a sack. I think Mike Green's going to get a sack. I think BJ Green's going to get a sack, down the road. But if he didn't ever get another sack, right, he's going to tell his grandkids and kids, I once had a sack in an NFL game, and they took it from me for a penalty that I didn't even commit.
As far as I'm concerned, it's much like Reggie Bush losing his Heisman. We're never going to forget it, right? So I'm not going to forget the BJ Green sack. I'm not going to forget him folding up Justin Herbert like a lawn chair. Like it may not count in the record books, but what I saw is what I saw. So more power to. Let's see it one more time.
Yeah, why not?
Look at that plow pose right there. Boom.
Nice. Do you remember your first sack?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember your first sack?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, man. It was it was on Drew Brees. So shout out to Darryl Smith, linebacker, one of the most underrated players in Jaguars history.
Yes.
Darryl Smith, it was a one-read route, and Darryl Smith disrupted the timing. Drew Brees has to hold the ball a little longer. I come in and I hit Drew Brees, and me being me back in 2000, this would have been 2000 and I think it was 10. I maybe put my full body weight on Drew Brees, and I was under the impression that Drew Brees was like a family Christian man and everything. Well, he gets up and literally I can't repeat it on the show, even though, there was some language yesterday. I listened to the post-game show. Some players said some curse words.
One or two might have slipped.
But I'm not going to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But Drew Brees essentially goes, "Get the bleep off me, you bleeping, 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 bleeping." and I thought I did something wrong. I'm like, "Dang, Drew, sorry, man." Like, I'm playing football. He scolded me, Pete, and I felt bad about it.
No, you shouldn't have. You should have hit him again.
Absolutely.
Should put your fingers in his eyes.
Wow, eye gouging.
Little eye gouge right there.
How about that?
Yeah.
Huh.
I always say that for more like the Tennessee games. It was the eye gouging stuff because that happened.
Pete plays dirty. That's what he does.
No, I'm not mad at it.
Believe me.
Any means necessary, Pete.
You're darn right.
Mm-hmm.
A couple more questions quickly. At JBS Hensley, how do you build on the success of the Chargers game to continue the momentum towards a great season? What do you do now?
What you did in that game. Be physical, be tough, be nasty. The quarterback let it rip, and you're going to win games.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of, we saw in the first part of the season, I think it was more of a complicated scheme in terms of that offense, right? Well, we bring in Jacoby Myers, who's still learning it, picking it up, so I think you had to dull it down a little bit, and that actually I think has been a benefit. And then on the defense, we saw it against the Chargers. They didn't run a lot of exotic things like we've seen in the past. A lot of, pre-motion looks, all that. No, it was just rushing four, and every once in a while you want to drop back Josh Hines Allen and send a blitzer, so be it. So I think just keeping it simple, letting your guys be athletes, make plays, could pay dividends for them.
I think Campanelli has realized that he doesn't have what he needs to have to be able to run all those double-A mug blitzes, and they drop out and everything. He just doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Last question at TD Uval. Will Pete Prisco lock the Jaguars versus the Cardinals?
Road game. I'm not locking a road game. I'm just not doing it.
Even against this team?
I'll tell you what. I'm leaning toward a down-the-road lock, but I'm not going to do it yet. Leaning toward it. Think about it.
That's very
down the road when they're playing a home game. Lock. No matter what happens, I'm leaning to it.
So vague, but okay. Fine.
I'm not locking a road game. It's the NFL. You can't lock a road game. Is Austin going to lock the game?
It's a good question.
Well, I still have 2 more games before I become vice EVP. I'm not going to lock this game in, but if this game goes well, you might see. I don't want to tease too much, but maybe the following week then. Got to get my punch card, man. Got to get my 3.
Just say all you got to do to become the EVP is just say it's the most important game in franchise history, and you got the job. and put a Lululemon hoodie on, you're in.
Is that all the interview was?
I don't know. If it's Tony, it might fit me.
Shad was like, "You're hired."
Right. You're on. Dressed like him, you're in.
Oh man,
it's so funny. It's so funny that has become you have no idea how funny that is. That that's become a thing with the crowd, with our audience too. They love it too.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It really is. And hey, let's keep it going. Everybody's happy when you're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are too nice. We need some nasty.
Well, let's hope we don't have the nasty. That means they're winning games.
This makes me uncomfortable. We got too many nice people.
Pete doesn't know what to do with his hands right now.
Like, what am I doing?
What are we doing here? Donate blood, save lives on the Big Red Bus at the annual Tealgate Blood Drive, November 22nd at Daly's Place. Blood donors score a free Jags home game ticket. For more, go to oneblood.org/Jaguars. Around the league when we come back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
The year-end sales event is going on now at your local Ford dealer. Celebrate with great offers to ring in the season. Now's the time to take home the legendary Ford F-150, the truck at the top of everyone's list. Or Ford Expedition, an SUV with room for all your passengers and presents. And if you're ready for big holiday thrills, unwrap the Built Wild Bronco SUV. Celebrate the holidays in a new Ford. Hurry, the year-end sales event ends soon. See your local Ford dealer today.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
Dropping is Justin Herbert. Four-man rush. Scrambles away. He gets hit. He's going to get sacked. Josh Hines-Allen got him. Third sack of the day for Jacksonville. Back at the 28-yard line. Now, after that sack, Josh has set the franchise career record for sacks. Congratulations to Josh Hines-Allen.
JHA with a sack. He is the all-time leader now. Frank Frangie with the call of the game presented by Coyle Fence. Since 1927, they've been around the block and fenced it too. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane from the Hyundai Studios. Pete Prisco down in South Florida. And for 12 years, Dreamfinders Homes has been proud to call themselves the official home builder of the Jags. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all the available inventory, and go Jags. Indeed, go Jags. Let's take a look around the National Football League and all the games this weekend. Two teams on a bye, the Colts and the Saints. Thursday, the Patriots continue winning. They beat the Jets 27-14. In Madrid, we've talked about this awful football game a lot of the show already. But the Dolphins won in overtime 16-13, and the Spanish fans have to be beside themselves.
Well, they didn't know what they were watching. They didn't know how Mike McDaniel was awful at the end of that game. They have no idea. They thought the ball was being kicked. They wanted to see more kicks.
Right.
More kicked.
Get more field goals. Let's go.
Right.
I will tell you this. The grass looked great. Did you see how they put that stuff in?
That's
Maybe
crazy.
the NFL ought to take note.
That's some money right there.
I don't know if you could do that here, though, because the water table's so high, right? You can't dig deep. Right along a river?
I'm not a scientist, man. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
said water
there's
table,
technology out there. You could have good grass all over the league, and they don't.
Billion-dollar league, JP. They can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. All right. Let's see. The Panthers over the Falcons, 30-27. The Bills over the Bucks, 44-32. And 6 touchdowns for Josh Allen, 3 through the
You
air.
know what they did? You know what they did? They did what Liam Combs told Trevor Lawrence. Set him free. They set him free. Josh Allen became Josh Allen again. They can't just line up and run the football. They play bad run defense. If you play bad run defense, what's the best way to defend your bad run defense? Put up points and get them out of the run. And they did that.
They're a problem, Bills.
They are. I mean, one of the best players in football, Josh Allen. Yeah.
Defense can't stop the run, though. They got to get better there. They will. They're getting guys back, too, so that'll help them.
How about a hand for your first place Chicago Bears? They beat the Vikings 19-17, Austin.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. I mean, shout out to Ben Johnson. Listen, I'll be honest. I thought when he first took over, Had a lot of energy, had a lot of, calling out in the media and everything, but he seems to have gotten something out of this team, and props to him because I have the Bears finishing last in that division, and so far so good.
Well, they also play the third toughest schedule the rest of the way, so we'll find out about them. They won a lot of close games, and the Vikings, by the way, real quick, have a J.J. McCarthy problem.
Yeah, he had some hand thing yesterday, didn't he?
Right, he had throw the ball in the other guy's stomach thing yesterday.
That's a problem. Packers over the Giants 27-20. Didn't Love get dinged up in this one?
He did, but he finished the game, though.
Okay, good.
He came back and threw touchdown passes.
They're
weird. I think they're better than they're playing, and they're another team. Josh Jacobs is now hurt. That might actually – this is going to sound crazy. It might benefit them because they won't just line up and run the football. They'll let them throw it around more.
No, I agree with you. I think Josh Jacobs getting hurt might actually show what their identity is supposed to be because they don't know who they are right now in offense.
Right. Steelers over the Bengals 34-12, but Aaron Rodgers with a wrist issue.
What about Spitgate?
The Spitgate. And Jalen Ramsey, you know what? got Chase to spit at him, and I guess Chase is getting a game now.
Yeah, he is. Game suspension. And he should have. You don't spit in somebody's face. That's the most vile, disgusting thing you can do.
It is. However,
all for trying to fight dirty, but don't spit in people's faces.
Jalen Ramsey has a history of getting usually normal and level-headed players to lose their temper.
But in that scenario, Jalen Ramsey was within his rights to grab him by the mask, and that's disgusting.
Should have done more, man, honestly.
What is it with players spitting on players?
I have no idea. Like how, and I get you get caught in the heat of the moment, then throw a punch. Don't spit in someone's face.
That's the most disgusting thing. And by the way, on the street, if I'm not mistaken, that's called assault.
Right. Sure.
Spitting in somebody's face is actually assault.
There you go. Texans over the Titans, 16-13. That's always good. The 49ers over the Cardinals, 41-22. Rams beat the Seahawks, 21-19. It's a banger here. These two good teams.
Sam Darnold became Sam Darnold for a day again. You threw 4 picks, and if you watch the game, the 4 picks were horrendous. Talk about throwing it right in the guy's stomach. Look at the Seahawks though. He threw 4 picks and they had the ball late with a chance to go win it.
Just gonna say it.
That's how good their defense played.
Just gonna say that. Yep.
Wow. Ravens over the Browns 23-16. Here come the Ravens. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 22-19. And the Eagles over the Lions 16-9. And what was the 0 for 5 on 4th down?
0 for 5 on 4th down and actually could have had a chance to win the game if he had kicked field goals.
Oof.
Dumb. Look, when you were Dan Campbell trying to build your program, I get it. Your program is there now. You don't need to do that all the time.
Fair.
That's fair. I just think who you are is who you are. And Dan Campbell's going to always try to buck the trends, man. That's just what makes him Dan Campbell.
Sirianni, by the way, also did something stupid by going for it on the tush-push late in the game, up 10. Remember? In his own end?
Yep.
Dumb.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't, they had that a few times where they didn't get the push. It was like,
didn't convert it.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't convert it.
They didn't. Monday Night Football. We head to the desert for a battle of losing football teams. Dak Prescott and the 3-5-1 Dallas Cowboys visit Geno Smith and the 2-7 Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got in Sin City in this awful game?
They should have flexed this one. Oh, they couldn't. And by the way, they're 2 marquee teams, so they're never going to flex it. They love it. I got the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will beat them up a little bit.
And the crowd goes mild for this one. I mean, shout out to ESPN for ending their dispute so we get tuned into this game. Shout out to ESPN. Thank you for that. Go ahead and Cowboys. Why not? I'll be watching wrestling, but yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how the Cowboys play with Quinnen Williams in the lineup, Logan Wilson in the lineup, Overshawn's coming back, Ravel's coming back, the corner that they drafted out of East Carolina. It'll be interesting to see how they play with all those guys on defense, because if they play better on defense and that offense, we know they can score, they're going to be a problem down the road.
And they've got the Chiefs next week on Thanksgiving Day at home as well. The Cowboys do. So we'll see if they can get on track tonight against the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, final couple moments of the program here as the Jaguars will now head to Arizona and face the Cardinals. 6-4, 7 seed. Austin, your glass is half full right now, right?
Glass is half full, but you got a tough task, I feel like, with Trey McBride. But it's one guy, and I get Wilson, too, is going to get a lot of attention after his big game. But you got to stop Trey McBride.
Pete's glass is always half full.
Well, no, go out there and win the damn game. You're better than they are. Just stay focused and you win the football game. If you let your focus wane, you're going to get upset. And so go win the game. You're better than they are, particularly with a backup court. Look, he can put all the numbers up he wants. He's not any good, Jacoby Brissett. Just go win the game.
There you have it. Pete Briscoe. We'll talk to you next week, man.
You got it. Take care.
Briscoe, CBS Sports senior writer. Austin, we'll talk to you next week as well.
Yeah, we'll see you, man.
That's Austin Lane. I'm JP Shadrick. Thanks to Brent Reber, Joe Fortunato, our entire crew, and what a view of a live look at the sunset in downtown Jacksonville from Everbank Stadium. Perfect weather this week for the game and a Jaguars victory over the Chargers. Jaguars head to Arizona next week, and this has been Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.